Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I have a twin flame message for you today. Let's get it started. And I have the Psychic Tarot deck and the Twin Flame Awaken Path deck. So we're going to get started with some messages for today. So let's see what we got. Welcome everybody. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. If you have been watching, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. So it's going to be another hot one here. I think it's going to be 87. And let's see what we got. Let's see, so it's going to be staying cool today. And I know my little inner child wants to go to the beach. So at some point I'm going to be going to the beach today. So all right, so let's see what we got. Holy Spirit, angels and guides, messages. What are the messages today for this twin flame love read? What are the messages? We got, wow, that's incredible. I'm just, wow. Okay, so let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the funny thing is this came up, Destiny. This came up yesterday for one of the quick reads, I believe. So we're staying with this theme, which makes me very happy. This is about destiny. This is divine timing, the wheel turning in your favor, luck being on your side. I don't know if you saw my quick read, but I found not one, 3 4-leaf clovers yesterday, and the little boy that I was with found one. And so we found 4 between the two of us, and I was just like, wow, I've only found 1 in my life. So now I can say I found 4, but I was just blown away. So it's just a symbol of luck being on our side. And this is, a start of new beginnings where the wheel is turning in your favor. Luck is on your side. So where things seemed difficult and we're not moving forward, things are starting to move forward in your favor. And this is destiny, this is fate, this is, the wheel turning in your favor for you and your person. So wonderful message to start off the read. And we have triumphant success. Yeah, so this is saying, I'm hearing it in Jesus' words, worry not, my beloved. This is triumphant success is happening for you and your person. All the work you've put in, all the all the lessons you've gone through to this point, all of it has served, and all of it has helped each of you grow. And this is, I feel like this card represents the balancing between the earth and the other side, the heavenly realm. It's a balancing, and it's, the traveling of the sword of truth from, one area to another. There's that balance happening between the two realms. And that of course means, that spiritual connection coming to the earth and being said the sword of truth being said for what it is on this earthly plane. But this is triumphant success is happening in your connection. Even if you don't see it, it's happening behind the scenes. And, you may feel this excitement, this exuberance. You may feel that deep down that something's happening, something's coming, and it's this energy, and it's this knowing that, you're having success in your connection. You're going to have success. This is, a connection that was put together by God, by the hand of God. And number 1, again, we have 1-1, new beginnings and leadership. So, wow. So let's see what we got. Oh, and we got the Lovers harmony. So this is coming together. This is coming together. This is experiencing. You may be feeling, my voice just got really froggy. Wow. So the divine, they're still figuring out the words to say to, how they want to tell you how they feel. But they, look at that. My voice cleared. They're still trying to, find the words to, say how much you mean to them and this connection. But, they know this is a higher level connection. They know there's a divine purpose, mission together. They know this is higher love. This is, more than either of you have experienced before. And so this is bringing in harmony into the connection, each of you feeling this sense of harmony and, make sure that you say gratitude for the harmony that you feel. Because as you feel it, your person also experiences it, that infinity loop. The energy flows from one side to the other, and, it's a balancing of the energies. So beautiful, and decisions are being made in favor of this connection. And then we have foundations and achievement. Yeah, this goes with the triumphant success. And you can see here the foundation, has been laid. God has taken you through many tests and trials, and, it has given you the sword of truth. And this is this has strengthened your foundation of the connection. Can see you, your person, and a third. This could be, you having, this shows family. Either you and your person, has that family, or it may be that your person has children, or that you're going to have a child with your person. Take it as it resonates. But this is showing the blessings and the protection that is over your house. Your house is thought of as your temple, your grail, your holy grail. There's protection over this connection, over, blessings coming in. And this is that for stability, security, and safety that you guys have been building by going through your lessons. And this is showing achievement today, success happening for both of you. And then we have the sun, light. This is, showing that you each hold the light, within you. And this is another 10, another 1. So we have 111 on the cards. Wow. So triple the new beginnings, the leadership. But this is showing you that, you both are made up of this light, this sun. But the divine feminine has really, by shining her light, she has really affected, or he has really affected the connection, and affected, kind of showing your person the way out of any darkness. So, keep shining your light, divine feminine, because it is helping the divine masculine step through. And it's actually, it's helped create the foundation for you guys, building of that foundation. And it's also been creating harmony within the connection, healing any unforgiveness, any, surrendering the connection. So those things, it has really helped in that area as well. So keep doing that, keep shining that beautiful light. And this is, showing that there may be still some ego mind, some monkey mind, looks like a little monkey in there. That there may be still some conflict in the mind, but there's not very much left. This is all clearing out. This is, a purification of the mind, of the patterns and the behaviors of the mind, and a healing. so that, you know, you two can come together in this bond, in this, you know, in this connection that has been put together by God. And, you know, it's the truth. It's the truth of who you guys are, the truth that's meant to be lived on this earth plane. So, as above, so below. So, we have that 111 in the cards today. So, let's see. So, this is just a reminder that, you know, everything is healing, that there's still healing going on in the mind over the behavior patterns. And, you know, that is healing as you continue to shine your light and work on your self-growth. It's creating this strong foundation and this harmony in the connection. So let's see. Holy Spirit, angels and guides, what are the message from your person? What is the message from your person? Oh, that one wanted to, oh, there's two of them. So let's see. Oh, there's, yeah, there's no other ones coming out but these. So the first one is the Knight of Cups. This is, you know, the charming, I feel like I got a cough. Oh, that's interesting. A lot going on. That was just a throat release. So you may feel a little release today in the throat or an activation because they are really searching for the words. They want to come forward, and that's being released, activated so that they can come forward and say what they want to say. So the Knight of Cups is, you know, charming, idealistic. Oh my gosh. Wow. So I'm like creating this release as I do this reading. Wow, because I felt that. I felt that in the personal power and in the throat. So yeah, so this is a release happening in order for them to come forward and say what they want to say. Because I almost feel like I've been outside, but I haven't been out yet this morning. So interesting. But definitely that. And I just had a little yawn. So there's a release happening from the throat and the personal power. There's that release happening so they can come forward. But this is the Knight of Cups, the energy of, I'll show you the picture. It's the energy of charming, idealistic, determined, tactful, and graceful. So they want to come in this energy. They want to be able to give you this cup of love, but they want to be graceful with it. They want to handle you appropriately. They want to handle you respectfully with the love that they feel for you. And, you know, coming in and they're determined to do this. So that's why I feel there's this release, a small release happening to bolster them to come forward and express themselves to you. Wow. And then I have the High Priestess. Yeah, this is hidden knowledge, intuition, you know, the mystery of the connection. I feel this is the divine feminine birthing, you know, more and more light, being in her power, her spiritual power. But I also feel there's hidden knowledge coming forth. You may be getting hidden knowledge that comes forth that you didn't know. Intuition, your intuition is guiding you, is, you know, helping with, you know, with knowing what's going on in your connection. And then there's this element of mysteriousness in your connection, and your person is thrilled by that, but also a little like, oh, you know, I've never experienced this before, you know. So there's a little hesitation, but there's the excitement, the thrill of, you know, not having experienced this before. But this is definitely something being birthed and tapping into your own spiritual gifts and your person wanting to come in this energy of grace and respect and being charming, but being real, being in their authentic feelings and in their authentic words of love for you. So, and that was just evidenced by that little release that I just had. That was like crazy. Wow. So, these are the messages. I really hope that you have this blessed, loving day, and really focus on the positive, focus on the beauty of the day, and you know, staying positive, shining that light that's going to help, like I said, continue to build your foundation. And I'm wishing you lots of love. Namaste.